What's up, everyone? Kevin Oak here. Just getting into week 5, my Boss of Bosses 2 prep. I started off with sumo block pulls again. As you can see, I'm just doing a little extra stretching, a little hip mobility. But start off with block pulls. This is the last week I'll be doing block pulls. As many of you know, I am a conventional puller. I do just pull sumo kind of as accessory work to work with my hip strength, and my hamstring strength in the off season. So here, basically what I did for this workout, rep scheme wise, was just worked up to a max effort single. Not necessarily a max effort, but was really just trying to bang out, 700 for reps and hit a new PR. So just worked up to that. Hips are getting a lot looser. I have been doing a lot of mobility work, so I'm happy with that. It's definitely helping my deadlift as well as my squats at the moment. So progression is definitely being made. Also, shout out to one of my sponsors, Caffeine Kilos. You guys probably see me wear a lot. Definitely love these guys.
There you go. Come on. Load that ball.
Another thing you guys might see me doing is using one strap. Mostly because when I pull sumo, I just have this way of getting in the way of myself where my left elbow goes into like my quad and then I start pulling with my biceps. So I like to stick to double overhands with sumo, but just have found that it's really not necessary to wear the right strap. I guess just because in general when you pull, you don't use a strap. That tends to be my overhand anyway. So it's strong enough without the strap. So the one strap has been working. If you want, try it out. See how you like it.
Up, tight. Nice.
My second session of the week was bench press. Some close grip bench. I do on close grip bench like to get very close with my wrists. I usually have like one finger on the smooth, the rest on the knurling in the middle. Because I am this cycle just working a lot on lockout strength because that is my weakness. I tend to be very strong off my chest, and it's really more about what kind of lockout as opposed to what weight I can get moving. So as you can see here, I'm using a 3-board. The reason is I just don't really have that great of wrist mobility to where I can take, legitimate weight all the way down to my chest with my hands that close on the bar. So since I'm working on lockout strength anyway, it's really not a big deal. It's not something I'm really concerned with at this point. As you can see here, just worked up to a max effort single. I forget whether this was my actual max or not, 485 pounds. I might have hit like 490 something at one point, but after that, just dropped it back down to 400 pounds and just hit it for reps. Ended up hitting 10 reps, which was a big PR for me, so I was happy with that. Progression being made, the lockout's definitely getting stronger. Also of note is that I am starting to lean out. I have a competition in about 7 weeks, the RPS Heat Wave. It's the first competition I ever did 2 years ago, so it's my 2-year competition anniversary. But I'll be competing at 220 again. So one of the biggest things for me right now is trying to keep my bench strength up while I'm kind of leaning out. I think during my workout yesterday I was 246 pounds, so I only really need to lose another, 3 to 4 pounds over the next 7 weeks to be good to make the cut to 220. So this session was supposed to be a squat session, but nothing, it just didn't feel right the whole time. My glutes felt extremely tight. My knees were kind of achy. So I worked up to 600 by 2. I could just tell things weren't right, so I shut down squats and switched to deadlift. So here's my first conventional deficit deadlift session. I'm about 7 weeks out, so I'll probably hit deficits for 3 weeks, followed by 3 weeks of pulling from the floor. And for whatever reason, whenever I switch back to conventional, I'm fine. There's really no lag. I can tend to hit PRs right away, like 2-3 weeks. And I was actually able to hit a big deficit PR today right off the bat. I think it was at least like a 40, 50 pound PR, 705 pounds. So I was happy with that, and we'll keep pushing through. I'll probably still pull sumo in my warm-ups. At the very least, it just helps me get my hips open and loose when I'm pulling, and just helps kind of like activate my glutes. So I'll still keep pulling sumo at least late, probably up to like 400 or 500 pounds in my warm-up. Also, some people have asked what wraps I wear and what belts. All of my wrist wraps, knee wraps, and belts come from Pioneer Fit. You guys might recognize it from Instagram. I'm on Facebook, it's Matt Haddon. If you look for wrist wraps, knee wraps, belts, anything like that, just hit them up, or if you can't find them, just send me a message and I'll direct you his way. So here I decided to do incline. I haven't really done a legit free weight incline in probably like 2 years. Since I started competing in powerlifting, there's just been much more focus on flat press. And my shoulder mobility definitely has, gotten worse, unfortunately. So doing incline press tends to turn into more of like a mobility exercise than an actual strength exercise. But once again, I threw the 3-board on and it helped a lot. As you can see, without it, the range of motion is just unnecessarily long, I would say. So with the 3-board, it's probably a lot more closer to my flat bench range of motion, which is much better. I can actually do, legitimate amount of weight, enough weight to actually make it a strength exercise instead of just mobility exercise. So here I just worked up to the max effort single. I actually came in just wanting to hit 400 plus again, since I haven't done that probably like 2.5, 3 years. I was actually able to work up to a new max of 452 for 2, so I was happy with that. I'll take it for now. Also there you can see the Pioneer Fit wrist wraps and elbow wraps again, as well as my favorite caffeine and kilo socks and hat. And of course my Animal Pack t-shirts. Shout out to my sponsor Animal Pack. About a 40-second lockout. Felt like forever, but still got it. All that matters. After that, just hit some pull-ups. I hit 2 sets first, with lower reps, followed by a max rep set. I was able to hit 30 on here, so I was happy with that. I tend to do this where I'm fairly fatigued from a workout, but still want to hit a little back. And back is very important when it comes to powerlifting. It's extremely important in all the lifts, squats, bench press, deadlifting. You gotta have a strong back in the sport. After this, just hit bicep curls, which I like to usually hit on either bench press days or deadlift days. They are another muscle people kind of forget about, but they're actually extremely important in deadlifting, the bottom of the bench press, and overall grip strength. Also, if anyone's looking for spots in my personalized training, I do still have some spots left, so I'll put the info on the bottom. Just email growoakstrong@gmail.com for more information.